Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. For our viewers out there, thank you so much for always tuning into the talk track. I know you're going to get this post-recorded, but thank you so much for being here with us. Rui,
hello.
how are you?
Bombastic.
That is our thing now. It is a bombastic.
Yeah, because we came from Sandra's show. It was an amazing show.
Yeah.
At I was going to say bombastic.
It is still bombastic.
At Bombay Magic, you guys. And it was amazing. And then I saw Rahma. I've not seen her in a while. Because, we're resuming this month with Rahma as well.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Kongs.
So when I saw, thank you, darling. Thank you. So when I saw Rahma, I was like, yeah, baby, yeah. And Dave, Dave, the whole time so I was like, as artists, as musicians, when you go to watch people perform, you're not listening like a person would go and listen to a band or to music, to a singer. Half the time you're like, ooh, that hit the mark. Okay, yeah, that part,
Yeah.
So the whole time we're just going, oh yeah, they're on the mark,
Yeah. But that's good, no. It's always good. It's always good when you see your friends, your colleagues, people that you hang out with, people that you care about, do something that they love and they're actually good at it and they're succeeding. I think I'm big ups to Sandra, man. It's you will watch this when it comes out. It was a very, very amazing show. And Rahma's rendition of Diamonds. Damn.
Oh, it was amazing.
Ooh. I was like, this is where the night is going.
But then, we had to come also and work.
Yeah. We're back, baby, by the way. We're back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the talk track. Moro. What's up?
Moro.
Yeah, as usual, Talk Track is an independent production of the Car Junkies. It's produced, edited, sound mixed, and shot by Morris. Roy, going to be obviously your host for the night. We're here with the one, the only, Disco Baby. AKA Mama Baro. AKA I do not just what? I do not just Chinawolofu. Dikula. What did you say about
Dikula?
Rhoda, how's the week been?
Well, guys, adulting is hard, but you know what? We move.
We have. It's.
I can't believe my week went from. The song hot and cold.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
But isn't that adulting? I think I've gotten used to it being so inconsistent that I try not to worry too much about the past because that's gone.
Yeah.
I try as much as possible, the best that I can to plan for the future. But again, that's also unpredictable, right? So I've learned the hard way to just, you be in the moment. You enjoy these moments.
Oh, that's the one thing I'm telling people.
Yeah.
I think I've mastered, though, sometimes life tells you, But I have learned to, when it's too slow, being an Aries, I'm not settled. If it's too slow.
You're speaking to
then
a fellow
if
Aries.
it's also too fast, sometimes I'm like, hold up. You need to move at my pace. I decide.
By the way.
And then I deliberately slow down.
Yeah.
Okay? And, usually people who do not know you, if anyone met me in my space, in my zone, and they do not know me, they'll think, oh, there we go. She lazy. I'm like, yeah, well, yeah.
But aren't you just...
When I have to.
Aren't you just lazy?
No. By the way, no. But my mind can be doing both things. But I just sort of like... how do they call it? We are people who work in the it was going to sound wrong. Hey!
You say the industry. You say it.
I was going to say people who work in the night.
Ladies and gentlemen, people who work in the night.
So anyways, we're like olds, okay? I'm trying to get some sleep or some relaxation in the daytime. Don't blame me.
You are like a bat.
But for some reason, at 6 I'm up. I'm used to hustle 9 to 5, which I made them.
It's a circadian rhythm. There's something called the circadian
rhythm.
It's been
years and I'm still stuck.
Yeah, there's something called the circadian rhythm. Basically, it's how your body tracks your sleep patterns. How when you sleep, when you wake up.
Confused.
You do notice that, like, for example, when we're in school, especially like high school, I don't know, primary boarding school, it was it was a little bit like flip-floppy, right? But high school was a little bit more consistent in the sense that you woke up at the same time every day and went to bed at the same time every day, right? I don't know if you experienced this, because I experienced this when I left high school after senior 6, during my Form 6 vacation. For the first 1 month of that vacation, by 10:30, because we used to go to bed at 10:30 in high school, by 10:30, it didn't matter what I was doing. It's like my body was just like, bruh, shut down. And I'll go, But by 4 a.m., up. It took me a while. And then I went to campus and I had my course I was doing evening. So, the sleep I slept. Then when I started work, going back to the other thing.
You know what? I'm glad I didn't do evenings, because evenings, I had to socialize.
Yeah. No, it was a good experience.
For me, I mean, I've never gotten used. I'm those people that I'm not a morning person per se.
Yeah.
But I wake up early in the morning.
What are morning people anyway?
I don't know. Those people who just have stuff to do.
Honestly, me, I feel like when someone
They're
says
very busy. They're up at 6, 4, 5. I was like, you see, that's why it's even these things of family things. I really don't see myself getting up
Kabadwise, I can't do them.
at 4, at 5. Musmanya, it's food. Eh? They call it what? Lunch boxes.
Hey,
You guys, don't I can do
hallelujah.
it. I'd be like, I don't hear any.
Me, I think people who call themselves morning people, they are show-offs.
I think so.
Hi, I'm a morning person. What? Go away from me. Bad energy. What do you mean?
I wake up
I'm
early,
a
but I'm not
person.
a morning person. I'm sorry.
What do you mean you're waking up in the morning and starting to sing Sophia the First? Who are you? What? The day starts at 9 a.m. Okay? Don't tell me anything before then. I don't care if I'm up at 5 a.m. The day starts at 9 a.m. What do you mean you're a
But
morning
the one
person?
thing I'm going to say is I respect, and I'm not saying the rest of us who are not in 9 to 5 jobs. I'm just saying I respect.
You respect us, so I'm 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It is actually 8.
I would be at work sometimes back then when I was there. In fact, for me, mine was not 9 to 5. Mine was 4.
4 a.m.
4 a.m.
Wow.
Yes.
4 to what?
4 to after the show.
Whatever time the show
And let me
decided to
tell you
end.
something. People were pissed off about that.
Yeah.
So if my show was in the afternoon,
Yeah.
and I have a 1 hour show,
Yeah.
I have a 1 hour show, I work, I go.
Uh-huh.
I will not stay at work, garavant, to be seen that I'm busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. So I do appreciate those things, but I'm going to tell still the people of 9 to 5. You've come at 9 to 5. Please live in peace. Don't stay hanging around work to make other people look bad as if they are not working.
They don't pay us overtime.
No, I'm doing my part that I'm supposed to do.
Guys, this is a talk track. We give love in the middle of the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, guys, let us work but breathe.
I know.
It is hard but breathe. One thing I realized a long time ago, that the people who push themselves over, we are still going to go. So you go when you've experienced it a little. Don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah. It's about being in the moment, honestly. It's about being in the moment.
Lovely,
Hello.
lovely. Talk about go. Okay, where do you want us to go?
Well, no, I mean like when we are leaving this world. When we are leaving the world, we need to have experienced it a little.
Okay, this is it. Go. Go is the word. We want to go. I'm not going nowhere.
People are immortal.
No, it's not about being immortal.
Uh-huh.
But it's about you leaving a trait that will live on after you.
A legacy.
Leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
Leaving a name. And then she's such a darling. She's not going to live without it. And you know what?
We know that.
She's telling us to work. But then she's saying, don't bury yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, it drives me to a point. We got these people. They work hard, but eat like peasants, like paupers. You find a border guy, he's working all day, but he's feeding on chapati and water. You find a man who is making let's say 1 million as a salary, but then he's depriving the family of what to eat and drink. He's saying, oh, we have bills to pay. We have this. So you find them in darkness. You find them eating like there is no tomorrow. But then we're building life. This is what we're working for, sweetheart. It's just like you wake up every day to go and put your family together. But then you're breaking it by your absence. And then you're not paying it back by being out there, by spending what you earned out there. Let's say you're working for a salary, and then you spend, let's say, 6 days out of the days, and then the only day you have to yourself is to do laundry. And then you're doing laundry, you're doing housework, you're cooking, you're bringing family, and everybody's coming around. But then the family that you're working so hard to make, you're breaking with what you don't understand. Listen, you're a beautiful girl.
Compliments.
Everything within you brings love, sprays, care, nature, and availability. And you understand life. You've spoken about it like you molded it to be. And most people say we preach what we don't practice. But trust me, I've breathed that in you. I've seen it. And I'm going to tell everybody, it's don't kill yourself. Don't kill yourself.
To your point, I think the greater point is life is for living. I've been seeing a lot of tweets and a lot of statuses these days, and there is one I read when we were actually coming here where it was like, it said, it seems like we have come into the world right now to just make money and die. Yeah? Which feels, and for a lot of people, you know, a lot of people can relate to that at the moment, right? Because it feels like we're just going from day to day to day, trying to survive. We've forgotten how to live.
Great. We are working like somebody sent us for something. We don't even know what we were sent to do.
Exactly. We don't have purpose.
I have this musician. He's called Busweti. He says, African tax. Mom tells you go and work, but then they keep calling you to pay tax as if you started to pay them.
Yeah.
Family is calling you. You're not even living life to what you're supposed to. You get your salary and they're like, okay, Abana, I'm a family. I'm a next of kin. I'm a this, I'm a that. I'm a boyfriend. I'm a girlfriend. And then Valentine's Day, Easter, Jubilee, jubilation.
Yeah.
You literally end up a white collar slave.
I've never heard that. I've never heard white collar being used in that context until today. But it does make so much sense because people will say blue collar. I've never heard anyone say you're a white collar slave.
Darling, we don't know that we are enslaved to responsibility. You don't even breathe in or breathe out because you know you have bills to pay. But trust me, I stopped that.
And you know what you said is true, because see, I actually want to believe the blue collar probably has some bit of advantages to the white collar.
Yes.
As soon as she said white collar slave, I picked.
We are white collar slaves.
The blue collar, at least you're working with your brain, with your hands, with your creativity.
Okay,
you can make your own time on things, you know.
Let me break it down. White collar slave. You get your money, you're paid a salary, but then you have to break it down. Wife nails, wife hair, bills, January, and mommy here, Sengar, uncle, and everybody. You end up not having anything for yourself. You can't even buy your own self a drink because all the money has been spent on family, responsibility, And then a trait you have built. You're like, oh, I got my friends. If I don't go out this weekend, they're gonna think, they're gonna say, they're gonna do. It is a hearsay, a do say, something.
It's a say. We have hearsay, do say, and say.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but like the larger point, I think, and you guys came in. Welcome back. You came in and this wasn't even the topic for the day, and we're going to go into the topic for the day. Yeah, but this is a perfect way to start the conversation, because we are talking about living for ourselves right now, right? And the term white collar slave has been. Have you ever heard of the term white collar slave? This is the first time I heard white collar being used in that sense.
I don't know, but me, I'm black. So me, I'm black. So I don't know whether white, blue, red, black. I don't know why there's no black collar, by the way.
We need to investigate that
very soon. I think we shall go back to the Robert Mugabe series. Remember those things? Why is it all of you guys say you're not racist, but why do you say that the only way to win a pool game is by the black entering last? Or the white saying, you're not racist.
We are not getting there.
No, but
So I'm not okay, when someone says white collar, blue collar, usually go back to the point. Now, where does Koyiriba come in? Because now
blue.
It's when someone says Koyiriba. Because now you see when someone says Koyiriba.
Yeah.
When someone says Koyiriba is very vast. I should say very vast. Because you might find someone who will say, I'm at the farm on a Monday. On a Tuesday, I'm at some place of work. On a Wednesday, it's tutoring. Like, when do you have time for yourself? Of course, as she said, someone is also always eating the money.
Yeah, someone is always eating them. There is always someone eating the money.
That is why someone was saying, save up what? Save for eat your money, because someone will eat it. Yeah, because even as you're saying you're going to save it, the day you pass on, the person who might get lucky to touch that account will eat it without fear or favor.
But you guys, speaking
1 minute, you are doing the Koyiriba, and then you are working to get money. But trust me, the money is eating you up for somebody else to eat it.
You know what's funny? What's funny, and I have someone that's really special who tells me this: money that you have not made but you get to enjoy is so sweet. It is so sweet. If someone handed you $1 million right now and you have not made that money
is like food on barriers.
My God.
I don't buy that. Trust me. Have you ever been a fugitive?
No, I've never been. I don't think I want to be a fugitive.
Okay, if you work for money, you eat it like a villain. With all the freedom, the peace, and everything you need. But if you never worked for the money, trust me, you're a villain in the game. Because even when you're buying something, you don't even ask how much.
No, you just pick it up.
You just pay because you're on the run.
You're like a fugitive.
Yes. You're on the run. You don't care. A dress that is supposed to cost you 300,000, you're paying 500,000 because you don't care.
You're on the run.
You don't even need to bargain because any minute somebody's gonna get you. So you're like, I don't want to lose this dress. I'm gonna pay right now. If you see anybody that is in need of it, you're gonna pay immediately. Somebody says, I'm paying 450. You say, no. I'm giving 500.
I'll give you 500. You see, like at auctions, I have a feeling the people at auctions who go, because you know how auctions, they'll be like, oh, this item is going for this amount, and then someone just raises their paddle and they're like, oh, but I'm paying 200 mil. I'm like,
you see,
fugitive.
That's also a way of cleaning
fugitive.
money.
That's a fugitive.
Hey.
All those people that go in for auctions, they don't represent themselves because auctioneers are never individuals.
Yeah.
These are companies. And you must have a name. If you have no name, I hear you're called individuals. You're not allowed in there. So these are companies.
Yeah.
And you know what? Everybody that is bidding They don't care. They want to be the highest bidder to take the project home.
250 million.
No, the interesting thing about bids is one, the person just has like, okay, back then, just has like one phone call. Should I increase the bid? So they don't give a damn about how much you're blowing. Like, this is just keep the fire burning. And when you look at the thing, I was seeing some post. Some scientist who posted Sigmund Freud's funny picture, $39 million. Man, Sigmund Freud. Okay, we understand it did psychology.
No, but he's Freud. I mean, yeah.
But it was just a nude pig.
And it was $39 million. But because it was...
it's a fat, like it's a heavy guy, like nude pig.
Again, because it was Sigmund Freud.
You see, she started by saying, not necessarily being immortal in the flesh, but what have you left behind? That guy with his that one
with his tires
had a name.
Yeah.
You get?
we even still use it in psychology.
He had a name, and someone is paying that much money because even them, it's a name, and they're probably also cleaning their money, you know. But it's also a name. So the world will not work the way the rest of us see it.
And you know, speaking
the 5% or 3% has a way they are doing things.
That reminds me of NFTs.
NFTs,
guys,
wow.
You guys, I don't know. Okay, I think the past 1 decade, if you are born in like 2008, you might not understand. But if you are born in like early 2000s, like late 90s, 80s, you will wonder, how the hell did a person lose $1 billion because he forgot his crypto key? Like, it went, disappeared.
Yeah, but
an NFT, just like a picture of a funny, ugly monkey telling you that thing there is $10 million.
And then you forget your crypto key.
Unfortunately, there's no forgot password with it.
Everything.
But let's now. I like how this conversation is going. So screw the topic of the day. Let's continue with this. We can weave. We can weave. We're the kings and queens of segues.
We're fighting to drive the point home.
But a very important thing has come in, and when you at the beginning you both spoke about legacy when we're talking about it, and like when we go, we are not really supposed to go. We're supposed to leave something behind. And then you hinted on it, like someone's paying $39 million for Sigmund Freud's picture. They're not paying $39 million because it's a picture. They're paying $39 million because it's Sigmund Freud's picture, right? The same way. I don't know how, and I don't know whether it happens with other cultures, but you know how in the African culture we're very loyal to brands. You know how every toothpaste is Colgate, yes. Every detergent is Omo, every fuel station is Shell. Hey.
Every diaper is Pampers.
Every diaper is Pampers. The thing that used to make me laugh was how
Pampers are soft care.
Pampers are soft. The same way people would say ngena wali kugundi Shell ya toto.
1 minute, you guys are Mazay. You guys are so grown. You are Mazay.
But
how do you get all this?
But let's. Every detergent is Omo. Every bleach is Jik.
Every shoe polish is Kiwi.
Every shoe polish is Kiwi.
Is Kiwi.
Bambi, Omo also makes bleach.
I even remember that song for Kiwi. Embu jitokezi. Chirongezi. Simama.
And then I think the most common when we were growing up was Omwana agenze makerere. Omwana agenze makerere. He's in Chambo. Omwana agenze makerere. To me, the kid has gone to was Makerere University. But you know that just brings us around to the point. Every president is Museveni. It brings that who is
airplane?
Museveni. Buy Museveni.
But that brings us to, we're joking about it, but that brings us to something you spoke about earlier, a legacy. And in your opinion, is it important for us? Because some people don't care about it. There are some people who are living for themselves that are like, man, when I go, I go. It is me who is going. But how important is it to leave a legacy, not just for yourself, but for the people after you? How important is it for someone, for a continuation of yourself to exist in the world? And I'm not just talking about like getting kids and populating the universe, Paulo Cafeiro.
Really?
No.
Was he supposed to say that?
But how important is outside of like progeny? Because whenever we talk about legacy, the first thing that people will think, oh, get a child, and that child will be a continuation of you, right? No, wrong. But how important is it to leave a legacy behind?
In Africa, it's wrong to say that.
It is, but still,
No, the only legacy is that's why in my tribe in Africa, we say, in my tribe, my ethnicity, they say, omwana w'omuwala ye muzzukulu ddala.
He has given you the tribe.
Muganda.
Yeah.
Rowena Wazala is the muzzukulu ddala. Owa Roy akaddeko nafuka wa mutaawe.
And I know you guys said it was a
Listen,
low blow, but
you did not answer the question, but you just brought your pride.
but yes, how?
And the only thing you didn't say was my kabaka. I forget.
Awanga.
Buffet. Gunde. This is what you're trying. All right.
But how
no
important?
problem.
How important is it to leave behind a legacy? You know, and how can we live our lives to ensure that happens?
Africa, not Africa. Tradition or no tradition. Biblically, Quran, Africa, and Europe. Trust me. It is not about your name. It's not about what you've done or your trait, but it's about your personality that you're dropping down to us. There is a doctor in you we don't want to lose. You failed because you could not pay fees, but there is a doctor in you. There is a researcher in you. There is a historian. There is a mechanic. There is somebody. So leaving a trait after you is what we call DNA. Leaving us what you bear can expand us greater. So we are not going to limit it to Africa because they say, oh, afudem tota tuleke dem ska. We are not looking at musikas. We're not looking at people that are going to take up our names, but we are looking at a trait that is within you. Your father was everything so bad, but then he left us that one thing good about you. Your father was everything so weak, but he left us that one strength that is within you, and we don't want to lose that. And that is why we fight that you give us your very own with your strength and your father's weaknesses together. And somebody else, let's say for instance, you get a baby with her. You're going to bring very terrible politicians. No parliament will stand against you. This other creature will come up. You know, this one will defend and this one will defy. So when it comes to defense, and it comes to defy or contend, this one will stand. So this is what keeps happening because God gives us those traits.
Yeah.
God can get you our X and the Y and create you another chromosome or a DNA that we know not about. So let's say, for instance, it is you and her. You were a thief. But then the thief in you is just a thief. But is very kind, is very loving, is very good. And then she is a traitor. And the traitor in her is not that so much a traitor. And you know, when we get these two chromosomes, we're going to build something greater, something bigger, something more beautiful. And God says, the thief in this one will kill the traitor in the other one. And so we build something bigger.
God, did you have anything to add?
No, but she's observing it from the wrong way.
If
you get a thief and a traitor, no, first leave the name of the traitor and the thief. They're just sharp enough to make what is yours theirs. No, people, yeah, like seriously. No, like seriously. Like, No, like seriously. No, you see, the world has always moved on the aspect of luck. That is why if you get a thief and a traitor, first leave the thief and the traitor part alone. Look at the person. You're like, how did this person maneuver? The issue which you usually get in Africa, we don't know how to steal.
Can I say something? Listen to me. The moment you traitor or you thief, start looking at it from a beautiful perspective. That means that is the God's plan for you. And you see, they tell you she's a thief, and you're like, she cannot Rolls Royce. She cannot. She's a good one. And then you just do this and a beautiful dress. And what we get?
Like this in Uganda.
Exactly the point.
Guys.
So this is exactly what I'm saying. You know, me and her can fight, but we are the same blood. And then God sees and like, no, this one is a silencer of all fighters, and then he connects you. And you silence this demon, and she does not fight, and you bring out something beautiful, nice and lovely. Is it not what I'm saying?
She just went, this one cannot Rolls Royce.
Yes, you just look and say, okay, she's a thief, but she cannot Rolls
But she's a thief, but she cannot. But yes.
Yeah, she would just buy Chindazi, Mandazi, and Chinyanda. No Rolls Royce.
What?
She's
So-
not up in the bidet.
Yeah, but what I'm getting, and you guys will correct me if I'm wrong. What I'm
Yes.
getting, what I'm getting from the conversation we just had right now is, we're going to speak about it from the African perspective because
True.
we are African, right? What I'm getting from you guys is that there is nothing more than, first and foremost in the African tradition, the first step of your legacy is leaving someone behind. Yeah, the first step is leaving someone behind, a child, or is leaving someone behind. But now we've gotten to the point where, and I'm sorry to bring this up again, but it's the most recent and most out there scenario, right? The legendary Job Paulo Cafeiro, right, had 25 kids on record.
Who are supposed to be known as 25.
Who was supposed to be known as 25, and then the DNA results come out. It is okay, you laugh, but DNA results come out, and this could be wrong because these things can be altered. So no one knows what went on behind the scenes, but then results come out, only 4 of the 25 are his, right? And in the African tradition, where leaving someone behind that is yours is your first step towards a legacy, that's a huge blow, right? But we've discussed, and I like that we've joked about it. Yes, and people think we're just joking, but there were very many serious points made here. Very, very many serious points. How in terms of your legacy, your person could have your best traits. Your person could have your worst traits, but it's still a continuation of you, right? But beyond just leaving someone behind, beyond leaving a child, beyond leaving a dependent, beyond leaving someone carrying your name, because that person may not necessarily be your child, but it may be someone that you've grown, someone you've raised, someone you've instilled your values in. Beyond that, what more can we do to ensure that a legacy stands, a legacy succeeds, a legacy is sustainable, a legacy can stand the test of time?
Thank you.
I feel like the Speaker of Parliament right now when you say thank you.
Yeah,
Well,
because
thank you, Mr. Speaker,
Actually, it really touched my heart. I will start with saying resemblance is not identity, because one of them I was really, really disappointed. And I was like, what? Because identity. It drives me to a point, I've faced a situation similar. There's a man who had a family, and he had 3 daughters, 2 sons. They looked exactly like him. Very exact. This is a man from our Bugisu land. I'll not mention names, but
No,
Oh, I know you know the story then.
no.
Yeah, he knows the story.
Yeah, I do.
But this guy went for the DNA test. None of the children was his. 5.
5 children, and none of them were his.
But the mother was part of the equation. He told the wife, you know, my son was operated when he was young. He fell off the tree and then something. So there is no way he can have children. And then the other one brought boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. And they helped this man father children. But trust me, this man, if he ever sees this video, I'll never let your secret down, but I respect you. Thank you, and God bless you. This man said, I don't care who their biological father is. I am the dad of these children, and this secret dies with me. He called the man and paid him 15 million and told him, go start your life. This is my wife. These are my children. One of them is a prominent lawyer today. But he took up the responsibility. Now, I bring you back to this level. They are children that were conceived out of the wedlock, out of desperation, out of frustration. You're going to do the DNA. You're killing, you're murdering, you're destroying. These are children you're going to find tomorrow doing unspeakable acts. Me, I'm not against true identity or blood or something. Women make mistakes and men make mistakes. Actually, men make more mistakes than women because they think they have a right to cheat, the right to father, the right to kill, the right to... Even your do not cannot change a thing. Did you see that?
Yeah, but still, yeah.
Did you see that? He just tells you only one. But I swear I should sit there. But with him around, you just say, life exposes you to situations where you cannot change your actions. But let's not drive these children out with DNA. Because at the end of the day, this is a child that has grown up knowing this is my father.
Yeah.
And they've lived on trying to prove. Now like this, the one who sings so well. My heart breaks. He has lived on trying to bring the father's name alive. How are you going to break the news and say, okay. Oh, so he's not your dad. Trust me. Let's leave the daddy, the father, the biological father thing out and give these children a future. Today we have narcissists. We have bipolar children. We have autistic children that we would have contained. But because the father is like, I'm not your father. Don't come near. And we're losing it.
Yeah.
Let's, in the brackets, I'm not saying women go and have children out there, please. We are tired of these scandals. Don't.
Warning.
No, we're tired. Literally, you break down when you have to break to a child. Oh, the father you knew that was your dad.
Yeah, that is very hard on a
actually
child, yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It breaks.
Yeah.
And it drives these kids into narcissism. We have so many narcissists today because they don't know what love is. They don't know what a father does or a mother. And today we have young children chasing older men because these are children that were deprived of a father's love. So they are looking for mosaic. You find a girl of 20 years dating a man of 90, 100 years.
90, 100, yeah.
They just want to say, Daddy. But we cannot do daddy. And you know what? They are killing so many families. Because they are looking for the daddy in a man that is a retired general. He doesn't even know his name.
And I agree. Relax. What is it? Okay, Daddy. I agree with her. Last week we mentioned that most of us women will end up dating men who are like our fathers, no? Because that is what you know. You're looking for love, then you realize, guy, what are you to be alcohol is like your father. You're like, this guy.
The only
the
thing you can
mess.
do is the matama cannot meet, the lower lip cannot meet the upper one.
All right.
Trust me, I've been here.
Yeah.
I I've seen girls. I am a public.
In the name of seeking love, you live alone even the age. In the name of seeking love, you're going to try and find them. For some reason, the man behaves like your father, young or old. You're like, nah, chichi.
But you see, okay.
Godwin, you laugh. It's okay.
Now, no, okay. The issue we have, with this current generation, there's so much we want, so much we've seen, but unfortunately, no, where you grew up from, you're getting a
You find a guy like him chasing a woman that is older, but just because he has bed and it's like this high on Kachimana. You're looking for a man.
what's that my mother's love? No, one person once sang a nice statement, but it's akuzala chechiri kuti.
Shout out Gravity Opportunity. But Godwin,
so no, the issue we are getting right now, usually in the current generation, okay, we're having so many ideas of fathering, mothering, parenting generally. Here we are. Now we have our African understanding of parenting, where it's not so much of that so-called love currently, because right now we are now suffering with kids. Now we are now the parents who are now trying to become very Western. Now that you just want to do better, then now imagine the child telling the mother, "Mommy, Sikenda Chikola, I remember growing up."
How do you start?
Even the thought that my mother thought that I'm about to think of saying no on a slap. How?
They can take you to police. Those days, Sapatu was the least.
Sapatu
is the least.
Umoja helping mothers since 1975.
That one is the nice one. Today, they take you to police.
Sweetie, today I was with my siblings and they said we should do one clip saying, once daddy said, once mommy said, mommy did not talk. Mommy would just look at you.
They didn't, but
no. They had the magical touch when you're saying too much with visitors around.
Yeah.
You know how they come, they touch your back slowly.
And then you're like,
that's how they see you. Make it, then you realize it is a stopper. They're going to stopper. No, from the back. You know how she touches your back. Then guys are thinking, "Mom, it's a mother-child affair. They're having a nice moment."
Yes.
Then suddenly you just hear someone say,
but
then you realize the pause comes and they're like, "Can't come out."
okay, but yeah.
And you say, "Uncle, I want susu." You don't want susu. The pinch is communicating.
But yeah, I like that we've touched on something here. And again, we've been making a lot of jokes.
Before we jump off the jokes
Yeah.
and to everything, there's something I really want to communicate.
Yeah.
The parents today are just, we are dilly-dallying our children. Can I, Cocomelon. we were not raised on remotes. We were not raised on Cocomelo. We were raised on Chiboko
And values.
and one eye.
And values as well.
Values.
Yeah.
Values, one eye values. Yeah. Yeah, but today we actually are ruled not by instincts, not by our hearts, but by the conditions and the environment around us. The community.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me give an example. One time I was at home in Nigeria. My son did something and I was really, really pissed off. Do you know they called police for me? My neighbors called police for me, for how I held my son and put him in the house. And the whole police was brought as child name, and I was going to kill the child. But no, this is what we used to. Exactly. But driving back to Legacy, and wherever we are driving home, we're not going to drive Legacy home unless we build the legacy. And the legacy is not going to come with what we try to paint or what we try to build. The legacy is coming with the name we are leaving behind. Don't say your mother was a prostitute and then from nowhere you're going to turn from the blue and say, I'm building a name for my mother. Today I'm fighting. My mom and dad passed in 2023, 3 months apart.
Condolences.
It really hurts still this day.
Yeah,
but I thought, what can I do to keep their name running? I decided to take up the less privileged, the vulnerable, and the poor. Educate the little ones, they take care of the widows and the hopeless. But I realized it is not their name I am building. It's my own name. There are things we want to do to keep the name on. But trust me, your name is greater. And this drives me to the male child. Today, this generation, you male children.
Us male children.
No, you male children. You are right there. And what you want is daddy yalekachi, mommy yalekachi.
Yeah.
And I want to rule, I want to command, I want to do. This is the legacy of your father. Even if he left a chair, don't break it.
That is his legacy.
Keep it with love, with respect, and all that you can, let it keep on. Because the legacy, we are looking at finances, but these are blown away by the wind.
Yeah, true.
We're looking at properties. These are blown away by the wind. But there are things that your father left you, your mother left you. It could be a word. It's enough. It could be an advice. It's enough. Let's build the legacy with what our parents built us on. Not with what they left. They can leave a bottle that is breakable. They can leave land that you can sell or a house. But what did your father tell you? What did he tell you a man should act like or a man should be like? What did your mother tell you? What is my mother telling me? Today, I might want to do something silly and then I remember my mother's voice. I say, she told me a woman must be humble. No matter how rich you are, a man commands respect. Don't ever think you can grow beyond a man. And she always told me the respect of a man and what a man is not determined by money, is not determined by the tangible things we see, but the man is he what he is and he who he is, because God ordained so. A man has to be respected, poor or rich.
So mine said different. Mine said,
I love your mother. Because my mother got it wrong.
My mom said, at the end of the day, it's between human beings, male or female. When you give respect, you get respect. And someone else should be doing the same. And Shora said, if you choose someone that you're like, okay, this is the person I'm choosing to this, yeah? Do not lose yourself. That's what she used to tell me. That in the midst of all of that,
your truth is in my truth.
Yes. That in the midst
I don't
of
lose
all of
myself.
that. No. That's what I'm saying. Like, some people may not get that point. So she always said, remember, you know? She would even talk, because my sisters and everything at that time, they were already like, you know. So she would tell them, even in your marriage, don't forget to have a voice. It doesn't mean go out of your way and then.
No, we're not talking about boys here, sweetheart.
No. She was telling the girls.
No, we're not talking about boys here.
So
don't expect me
yes, I get what
to
you're
respect
saying.
a boy for a man.
I get your point.
A man knows his responsibility.
I get your point.
A man knows
Now
who he is.
Yes.
And listen to me. The reason why he kept on reminding me that a man is a man is because, one, my voice. Two, I have beards. I grow beards as a woman. and trust me, you're not wrong. But you see, your mother was a role model. A man is not this boy you're gonna get home and then you sleep and he does it. Even the thief is outside and is like Muchala. And then no, a man. We're not talking about boys, we're talking about men. We're not talking about these bearded people that put on trousers. Those are boys. We're talking about men who command their... Even when he's poor and has nothing to offer, but he stands as a man and say, I am the man of this house. Yeah. And this is it. Today, we are not looking for trousers. And somebody is sweet, smart, and lovely, and then has chidevu, is combing and cannot even command respect.
Yeah.
And then he expects you to respect. No. We're not talking about
now. Because my producer, very lovely man, producer Morris, I bless him. Has told me we're running out of time.
Lovely.
You know, we've hinted on so much, and like Rowena mentioned at the start, we have a skill on the talk track. We can weave anything into anything, but I like that the conversation around culture today, and she did mention something that legacy is not property, because that can be blown away by the wind. Legacy is not finances, because how many people have we seen that have been left billions and tons of money, and then one generation, actually not even a generation, one generation later, nothing, right? So Godwin, to close us out, and another thing I have seen, and you guys, and I don't know if the viewers have noticed this, but the opinions presented by all of you is also a definition of legacy. You spoke about what your mother taught you. You're carrying on that legacy. You spoke about what your mother taught you. This is all legacy right here.
Exactly.
This is legacy right here. And I'm glad that we're in the presence of people who actually understand that it is more than just what you have. It is who you are and what you can do to keep that thing going.
Yes. So I know this might be a bit off, but same thing. When people ask me, why do you do the style of music you do? Why do you play the kind of music you play at Barrow House? I tell them, when I was a little girl, I used to sit with my granddad. What are those ones called? LPs. And in the night after, because usually after supper, some more milk, he's chilling, chilling. And I would listen. That's why I like people like Eta, Aretha, the Simones and all that. And my mom, for example, sang the exact songs I sing, probably even more, because I'm just she probably even more the same kind of style, and so that is what I know. And a lot of people tell you, "I thought you're trying to be as if those ends." I said, but it's still black people. It's still, even if it's not black people, it's music that comes from my people back home. It could have been millions of years, yeah. And when I like things like jazz and like things like soul and what, and then people think you're not African enough. I'm sorry, it's not because, yes, very African. And these are things over time we learn. Now, I am who I am, legacy. Because of so many generations before
legacy.
Me.
I
may not even explain it.
Yeah.
To build on what she's saying, I don't know. I just bless you. My heart just warms around you because, listen, it is not what people tell you. Because what I am today, I am taken after somebody. So your jazz, your whatever you do, your music, lovely. Jazz is my thing. You know, I love music. It speaks to my soul. It brings me back. And I'll pick a word or two and it will take me for a while. Just keep doing what you do.
Hallelujah.
We all do have inspiration. I'm inspired. I am built. I am made. I know who I am. Not because I just woke up to be what I am. To walk today, somebody told me. To speak, somebody told me. I'm inspired by somebody. And this is what we're saying. It is legacy.
Yeah.
I will pick a word or two, either Martin Luther or Makeba or whoever it is. I've not lived so many generations. The only president I've known is Museveni.
All right, good one.
And the best I can do is speak a word or two out of what he says.
Yeah.
And then I'm not gonna shout and say I am pro Museveni or I am pro opposition, I'm pro now. No, me, I am a person that goes on the table. All these drinks are not mine. I don't know what this is. This is whatever. But what?
Yeah, that
there
one.
is a Coke, and then there is whatever, and then there is Kitty.
Hello, Kitty.
Exactly, and he says hi, wow. So I don't come here and I start shouting. I'm not gonna take the Coke. I'm gonna take my kitty and walk away here in peace. So build what you have.
All right.
Continue doing what you're supposed to do, and then give us. We love it. For those who love it, we'll listen.
Godwin, we have 4 minutes, unfortunately. So this is going to be the last submission, because you guys, this can go on forever. But no, I have to respect him, and when he says we have 4 minutes, when we have 4 minutes, we have 4 minutes. So Godwin, to close us out, there's a lot of submissions that have been made about legacy. To close us out, what would be? No, he's not going to take 4 minutes. I have 2 minutes. He has 2 minutes. I have 2 minutes to close out. But now 3 minutes. But Godwin, your final word on legacy from your perspective, from your point of view, and especially, you know, you just joined a group of legacy creators. You see that little trinket in his hand? You just joined the group of now legacy creators, because you've now entered a world where you've now entered a world where more than anything else, you're going to have to be responsible not just for a spouse, but in the future for someone that comes after you. So what is your final thought on legacy, and how do you think we can build that moving forward?
Initially, okay, let me sum it up in one word: intentionality. We have spoken so much here, but the key word is intentionality. The issue why we have issues, we have so many diversions, is because we lost our intentionality midway. As parents, as Africans have the best parenting. That's why our kids, actually us here, not have about our kids, shall align our kids a certain way. But intentionality was the key. There are times when we'd be beaten and you'd feel like your mother never loves you, father never loves you, but they were just being intentional. That when you are out of their presence, something about you speaks them. Not actually you, but speaks them. And as it's speaking them, you're also building your legacy from there. Right now, all of us here are a total sum of what we were aligned to be. You might know, some were talkers, some were touchers. But at the end of it, intentionality is the way. So when I wanted to get wedded, I was just intentional about it. About the other things we don't know, but I was just intentional about it. Being there. So whatever things I will build, it has to be being intentional. Because if you're not intentional, we can pour it down in the time. You will die, we'll bury you, we'll come and drink beer. And yeah, life is J. So,
all right. Intentionality. You have 10 seconds.
Yes, that is why the last time when I said some of you are like birds spreading seed here, there. How are you going to be a present parent?
All right.
Be present, be there. then you will know that this trait sijagara.
Oh,
I don't like my child to be like this. I want my child to be like that. Because you just like this. Nothing.
all right. 10 seconds as well.
Some of us are frustrated. We're acting out of frustration.
Yeah.
Because you're broken, you're destroyed. There is
Alright.
a boyfriend you broke up with, you're killing the child.
Yeah.
You're destroying them and you're
Alright.
speaking evil
Alright.
in a child's life.
Yeah.
Let's
Alright.
build, let's create, let's establish.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot to be said, but Morris, there has been speak of intentionality. There has been speak about building from what you are and what you have. There has been speak about respecting and understanding and appreciating your background. I will end it by saying peace out. We'll see you next Sunday. Oh my God.
This parenting thing makes legacy.
Yeah, yeah.
Even parenting is a legacy.
Take a picture.
What's my parenting legacy?